Okay, part of my job as a real estate agent is to keep it real with you guys and make sure that I sell your house for the most amount of money, but also be realistic. So one of the things that I do when I list a house is I actually hire an appraiser to come out and do a full appraisal on your house. While I can do a comparable market analysis and I can run comps, there are some properties that are really kind of tricky when it comes to like square footage, maybe the neighborhood they're in. There's not a lot of data. The market has been so wonky in the last 3.5 years. I have found it highly beneficial to actually just pay for an appraiser to come out and do a full appraisal on the property that I'm about to list. This is included in my listing compensation. I pay for it. I came across a situation this past weekend where there was a property that was listed. Originally, when I looked at the comparable market analysis, when I looked at the data, I was very close to the number that the property was currently listed at. It had originally been listed about $35,000 more than it was currently listed at, but I was kind of on board with where it was at now. To the listing appointment this weekend, I got the listing, had my appraiser go out there and he called me that night. He was like, Ryan, he was like, this house is about $50,000 less than what it's currently listed at. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, you know, based on the data, the age of the house, the lot size, he was like, we're in the lower 400s when originally this house was listed by another agent for over $500,000. So I marinated on that for like the night and I waited to get the full appraisal from my appraiser yesterday. Another thing about real estate is you have to be willing to have those hard conversations with your clients, because obviously my clients were expecting relist their house with me for, you know, around the 475-ish mark. But when we got our appraisal, we kind of figured out that yeah, we're not going to list for more than 425. So that was a really tough conversation to have. Also, it's very important to not always depend on a comparable market analysis, maybe the square footage of other houses selling. There are a lot of different factors that go into an appraisal that a lot of real estate agents don't even consider. That is why I have decided to, for 90% of my listings, I'm going to have an appraiser go out and give me an actual appraisal. We'll do the sketch and measure. So that way we are solid when we are going on the market. But that was a really, really tough pill for my clients to swallow. We are unsure what we're going to do now. They are thinking about it. The original agent did not do their homework. I'm not going to badmouth anybody, but I just know that I am going to be 100% honest with my clients. I'm going to keep it real. And I'm even when the conversations are hard, we have to do what we have to do. So maybe they wait and don't sell. Maybe we list it at a different price and maybe, you know, we'll get more traction. But I think ultimately who you hire matters. What that listing agent is going to do to sell your house matters. Their knowledge of the market, their resources when it comes to appraisers. And like the great thing about my appraisers, like my clients were so floored that like we got on a call, like all of us last night to talk through this because they had questions and my appraiser was able to walk them through the data and why he came to the number that he came to. So when you hire an agent, ask them what they do for you. Ask them where they get their numbers. I don't want to pull numbers out of my ass. I can't always depend on data, especially because the market has been so crazy and the market is not the way that it is now 2 years ago. Like it is just not. Like we're seeing contingencies come back. We're seeing inspections. Like we are seeing all the things that we didn't see in 2020, 2021, and even a little bit of 2022. So it is what it is. Just take care of your people, have the hard conversations, make sure you're getting accurate numbers for listing. And always, if you have any questions, I am here to help you throughout this whole process. I'm RyanCecil, Homepage Realty, Louisville, Southern Indiana, and the surrounding cities. Feel free to reach out because that's what I'm here for. I want to be a resource and an asset to you and help you through this whole process.